Today's Japanese phrase that we're going to talk about is the long sentence above my head, which translates as, at home or at a party, let's wear erotic clothing and scare our friends and family. Now, this long and somewhat bizarre sentence originates in a piece of ad copy that went viral in the Japanese internet first in April of this year and then again later in June. As you can see from the image you're looking at, the ad copy is for a wearable shark pajama clothing thing, which describes itself as just like a real thing, and you can decide for yourself if that's what a shark looks like to you, but then also features a dolphin at the bottom, noting again that you should wear sexy clothing at parties and houses to scare your friends and family. Now, the reason that the dolphin is saying this thing is because this is a mistranslation of the original text, which comes from Chinese, as this is a Chinese-made product. The original Chinese sentence looks like this, which I cannot read, but we just need to focus on this bit here, because this phrase can translate into English as naughty, but not naughty as in, itchy, sexy, naughty, safe for work, but rather naughty as in like mischievous, impish, prone to bad but perhaps endearing behavior. So an accurate Japanese translation would be something like itazura. But it appears that there was either a mistake in the translation software, or this is a case of Chinese being translated into English being translated into Japanese, because the Japanese text implied that this shark was an erotic outfit. Now, I don't really think I have to explain why the Japanese internet found the sentence to be really funny. It's pretty straightforwardly pretty funny. But it resulted in the normal memery, there are a lot of images that play off of it. All the images you're looking at now are art pictures where text is somewhat altered, but they say, let's scare some people in a way that references whatever media product is being parodied. And people even went out of their way to make songs of it to join into the general fun online. But most importantly for us in our discussion of the Japanese language, this has also resulted in something,怖がらせましょう, or let's do something and then scare some group of people, becoming like a thing that people say online a lot. The person here, for instance, changes quite a bit to say, let's scare HR by mentioning that we've been to Cuba after we were hired because we didn't have any resistance going abroad, which would make us ineligible for ESTA, right? Not being able to work in the United States. Here you can see a really fantastic piece of coffee art by the great coffee artist Joji. And he says, let's scare the employee of a coffee shop by drinking the coffee all the way to the bottom without looking at the art. And yes, of course, you can see the reference to Pop Team Epic there as well, but if you zoom in on the coffee cup that's been drunk, the shark is hiding, the dolphin, is hiding at the bottom, which makes this kind of a masterpiece in my opinion. This person similarly is using the phrase to note that they received a, quote, fatal amount of tiramisu, and that is going to scare their nurse. Or this person noting how they're going to increase the variety of sakes that are available in order to scare tourists. But that wouldn't scare me because I'm built different. As you can see then, basically you can take any kind of activity and then reference somebody who that activity is going to scare by using this phrase. However, as it has evolved online, a very common variant that has come up has been people saying that they're going to scare their followers. And in this specific instance, generally speaking, the phrase becomes a form of bragging. Like, look at this post, it is going to intimidate you, my followers, because of how good it is. This person, for instance, posts their collection of really nice whiskey and states that they're going to scare their followers with it. This would also not scare me because, again, I am built different. And by different, I clearly mean way too enthusiastic about consuming alcohol. This person is using the phrase to show off the various goods that they bought in Nagoya and therefore, scare their followers. And there are plenty of people out here being like, hey, here's this thing, look at it, it's really cool. Look at my collection, look at my stuff. I'm going to scare my followers. Not with a erotic shark outfit, but with all these things that I have put together. Tashi no omocha o misete, forowa o kowagarase mashou. Now, obviously, of course, people have said, let's scare people, kowagarase mashou, online before this became a thing. Like, here's some proof, here's images before 2024. But if you've seen it online, it probably is a reference to this dolphin, this shark outfit, and the magic of mistranslation. And that's about it. One thing left to do is, Wes senseiの動画を見て、とても困っている日本語を覚えて、日本人の友達を怖がらせましょう。